we go. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Earlishia Oates. I am the VP of Advocacy for Hillsborough County PTA. I am taking over again this Thursday for Frank because I am the awesomest and he needed a break. So this afternoon, we're going to talk to a couple of young ladies about different resources that are out in the community that are available for our youth and our kids, and get information on how we can make sure our kids are staying busy and productive throughout the summer and throughout the year. We also have Ms. Dawn from Oasis, who's going to talk about all the things that they have going on. Founders Day, she's going to announce the winners. We're excited about it. Yay! So, yes. Amy, do you want to say more about Oasis before she gets started?
Yeah, I'm so excited to have all of you here. This is super exciting. Dawn and I work together on the Founders Day clothing drive. And we always do our clothing drive. I think this is our third year, maybe our fourth. Definitely our third, for Oasis Network, which is now Oasis Opportunities. So she's here to talk about her new branding, all the great things that students can do to support the work they're doing, earn service hours, and hopefully, did you get a grand total of everything? Did you add it all up?
I do have a grand total.
You do? Okay. I didn't know if you added it all up too, but we really was a very successful, last year was kind of the first year we did it kind of this, almost a virtual way. Mm-hmm. And then this year, obviously we had to do it the virtual way. So I felt like maybe everybody was stuck at home and was just like, oh, I'm going to clean all my closets, but it really.
I would say the PTA stepped up in a big way this year.
Big way. We had lots of participation from some brand new units. Belmont Shores is their first year as a PTA, and they had brought 3 carloads full of clothing. I was just like blown away. They brought their kids. That was awesome. But it was a great day. So let's talk. Let's tell us all about Oasis Opportunities and tell us all about that change. I'd love to.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to share my screen so everybody can see all the wonderfulness that happened. And just so you know, this is the first time I've ever done this. So
it's okay. This is
on a live presentation. Nice. So here we go. Are we good, Miss Amy?
Yes.
Awesome. Here is our original logo, and I just want to share with you guys that we have always been Oasis Network, outreach assisting students in schools, and we are announcing that just this week, we are changing. We have a new name, a new look, but our mission is the same. We are Oasis Opportunities now, and we still provide clothing and fundamental necessities to at-risk and low-income Hillsborough County students to ensure their personal and academic success. Some people may say, well, why change something? Well, guess what? We are celebrating our 20th anniversary, our 20th school year of serving Hillsborough County students this fall, and we decided we needed a new look to start that celebration off. In fact, we are actually, if you're an interested community member, looking for people to be on a committee to help us celebrate 20 years. We want to get the community involved with our schools. And we know there's a lot of people out there that care deeply about kids and making sure they get the education they need. So if you think that you might be interested in supporting some type of celebration that we're going to be having in the fall, please contact me. There's my phone number, and my current email is info@oasis-network.org. And even when we switch over our emails, you'll still get to me. But what are we really here for? We're here for the Founders Day clothing drive results. And guess what? They are in. And nobody is more excited than Miss Amy Marie. Their school worked really hard. I was fortunate enough with this drive this year to be able to take pictures of people as results came in. And so I'm going to share some of those things with you because I think it's important to know who's working behind the scenes to help make sure we get these essentials to our kids. So thank you. Thank you so much, not only to the volunteers who were there. We had teen volunteers, as you can see. We had adult volunteers, former Oasis volunteers, and new volunteers, because I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, there was a lot of clothing donations coming in constantly all day. And we were so, so excited. Amy Marie was there helping. Ethan and Mary Wetterling were there. Kim Saletti was there. Ginger Bean, one of our other staff members, was there working really hard, as well as all of our teens. You can see them in the picture here, and they were actually able to earn Bright Future service hours while they worked with us, which is one of the things that Oasis offers, is a lot of volunteer opportunities, including doing laundry, sorting clothes, picking up from our donation bins that I'll be talking about later. So if you're interested in volunteering, earning some of those Bright Future hours, or you have a teen who is interested in volunteering, we are out there for you. Please come join us. So the schools, we owe a huge debt of gratitude to schools. We had Gaither High School this
There
year.
were a lot of the students at that table. I think they were a majority of them were from Gaither.
There were a lot of Gaither kids.
And then, that's North Tampa. So they all,
Absolutely.
that
They
was
came
awesome.
from all over the county, Amy Marie, didn't they?
Yes.
South County, North County, West County. We had Dobie Elementary.
Woo, Dobie.
Mom and her cute little girl brought in a ton of donations in their car. We had Ballast Point Elementary. A bunch of donations come in. It was a beautiful day, by the way. Armwood traveled down from New Tampa up in my neck of the woods. Anderson Elementary had a whole entire carload and a cute kiddo that came to celebrate with us. We had Lowry Elementary come all the way over from town and country down to South Tampa with a gigantic carload, as you can see there. Ben Hill Middle School, which is a little bit over west of Carrollwood in West Tampa. And Belmont Elementary.
That's Belmont, brand new.
Oh my God.
Brand new PTA. They brought not one, not two, but 3 carloads.
Oh, Amy, I don't think you won, Amy. I don't think you got it.
Wow. We were very excited about that.
It was exciting. If I'm going to lose to anyone.
Stewart Middle School brought 3 carloads as well. They didn't come on the actual day, so we kind of piecemealed their donations together. But that whole bin and then the car and a box over there, they really did an awesome job.
It's amazing. That's awesome.
And now, what everyone's been waiting for.
I love it.
The winner, Robinson High School.
Go Knights.
Ladies and gentlemen, they donated 575 bags of clothing. They had a pickup, and not only was the back of the pickup full, the cab of the pickup was full, and another car.
Me.
You can see some of their donations lined up across outside of our site in South Tampa there. So congratulations, Robinson High School. It was an amazing, amazing turnout. And I owe a huge thank you to Hillsborough County Council PTA, to Amy Marie for promoting the drive for Founders Day. I think it's a perfect way to celebrate what you do, giving back to kids in Hillsborough County. A total of 1,975 bags were collected just that day. And to let you know, we have to give a shout out to some other PTAs too. They're doing their drives outside of the actual Founders Day. I know there's a couple doing them in March. There is an elementary school who will be doing, making toiletry to-go bags for our social workers to hand out. They have that event tomorrow and we'll be delivering them to our site. So the PTAs, you guys have just been so supportive of our students in so many ways. And through Oasis, we really appreciate what you've done. And guess what? The actual winners, not just Robinson High School, but our Hillsborough County students.
Yes.
You guys allowed us to be able to support the social workers so that kids don't have to focus on essentials. They can focus on being exceptional in the classroom, getting the education that they need to be great community members, to be exceptional workers, to be exceptional neighbors, to just be exceptional members of the Tampa Bay community. So thank you so much. For more information about Oasis opportunities, if you didn't have an opportunity to clean out your clothing closet, but now you're thinking, I have lots of things I could give, we do have community donation bins located at the New Tampa YMCA and the South Tampa YMCA. Just a heads up, we are going to be moving our New Tampa YMCA bin to Childs Elementary, which just is like a mile away, still in the New Tampa area. Not sure when that's going to happen, but that's in the works. And if you want more information, or do you want to find out how to volunteer to get Bright Future Hours, or you're just a community member that wants to come in during the day and sort donations and give back to the community and the kids, you can go to our brand new website listed there at the bottom, www.oasisopportunities.org. We are just so excited about the results of this drive and what you guys were able to provide for kids. Our relationship with the PTA and also with the Hillsborough County social work team, who actually picks up the items from our sites and delivers them to the students, enable us to serve over 11,000 students every single year. And we are really excited about growing our organization to serve even more in the 2021-2022 school year. So
Awesome.
please contact us if you would like to be involved. We have so many ways. Visit the website, give us a shout. We'd love to have anyone.
Yeah, we have a sign up out for laundry pickup. My daughter did it. She's been at home, and it's a great e-learner. If e-learners need hours, they can do a couple loads of laundry, fold it, you can drop it off, pick more up. It's a good way to get 3 hours a week, maybe. Just plug away.
Fantastic way to earn Bright Future Hours. You get 1 hour per load of laundry, and you also provide clothes that are brand new and fresh for kids who don't have them and really need them.
Yeah. So, and the one of the coolest things I think I love the most is that nothing really goes to waste that you donate, because they collaborate with other organizations within Hillsborough County, and they recycle. If it's like torn or stained, there's a recycling, and they send it away to get recycled. So everything gets used. There was stuff going to Minivision. So like they're connecting and trying to put all the pieces together, and that is a really good thing. It is a very small group doing all of this work, and the work that you're doing means so much here in our county for our kids. And everyone, and not just our kids, because you do collaborate with all these other organizations. So it's much bigger than even just our students. So thank you so much for what you do and allowing us to partner with you.
We love it. We love partnerships. We're really all about that, because we want to make sure that kids have the opportunity to be exceptional, because all kids have the potential. It's just, do they have the tools to overcome the barriers that they have to attending school and doing the best that they can in the classroom? And we want to make sure that every student in Hillsborough County is able to do that. One of the things that I found interesting when I moved here is that over 59% of our kids in Hillsborough County are considered low income and on free and reduced lunch. That means they're in families that either live paycheck to paycheck and are one car breaking down, one medical emergency, one pair of shoes that busts out and they can't walk to school. They're just that close to not being able to reach their potential. And we want to make sure that that never happens, that we're there to help them overcome all of those barriers.
Thank you. And you do.
Thank you, Dawn. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Robinson won. Yay!
Yay, Robinson!
My students showed up. We have some great students at Robinson High School.
Even though I'm from Armwood, I have to.
Yes. I was so happy to see her. I was like, oh my gosh, it's all my people that I know. It's awesome. So
Well, I think we maybe need to send a challenge out to the last two schools that were on the list before Robinson, because I'm going to let you know, Stewart Middle School gave you a run for your money.
did they?
Belmont Elementary gave you a run for your money. It was very close.
And it
Awesome.
should be a challenge. Let's put it out there.
It's a good challenge to have. So I appreciate it, and I don't mind losing at this kind of race. So, but that's awesome. Thank you so much for counting all of that and keeping track of all of that. And oh my gosh. So.
Well, thank you for having me today. I really, really enjoyed speaking with you and being a part of everything that you guys do with the PTA. It's wonderful.
Reach out to Dawn if you want to partner, because she's an amazing partner to have. So.
Please do.
All right.
So we're gonna, we also have joining us is Felicia Bell from Concord. She is also one of the fabulous board members with Workforce Alliance. And she has joined her Jennifer Wilson, who is the youth workforce. And these ladies are going to just talk about all the different great things that Workforce are offering our students in different ways that you guys, community, can probably join in and help them as well. Ladies.
Thank you so much. Again, thank you for inviting me and having this opportunity to connect. Because when I hear of, a problem that we have in this community, which is sometimes just getting the information to people that really need it the most. So just like Dawn was saying, we want to make sure that we are empowering our families, not only from, the student, but also for those that are 16 and over, because eventually they may have little learners, and we want to make sure that they are equipped with what they need to be self-sufficient. And so I brought along Ms. Wilson, who is going to talk about, again, getting information and an amazing opportunity that we have for our youth. So if you will take it away.
Thank you so much, Felicia, for inviting me. And thank you, ladies, for having me here. I apologize. I don't have a PowerPoint for you all, but I have some information I can definitely email you at the conclusion of my presentation. Thank you, Dawn, for that information. I was sad to hear that my alma mater, King High School, was not on there, but we'll have to work on that. Go Robinson. So I just wanted to put that plug in. That was some great information. I have a teenager in high school, and so I need to figure out how he can get in there and do some laundry as well so he can get some hours. So thank you for that information. But just to let you all know, I am the youth director with CareerSource Tampa Bay, and we have two great programs. I'm not sure if you all are familiar with it. We have our year-round youth initiative as well as our summer initiative. So right now we are in the I guess I could say the firing stages for our summer job connection program. So with Summer Job Connection, we just launched our application in January. We are looking to serve over 1,000 students throughout Hillsborough County. We did have the program the last 2 years. We did one last summer, 2020, even due to COVID, and we started initially in 2019. Last year, we had to pivot the program to offer it to students to do it virtually because of everything that happened with us with the COVID situation. So what we have done this year is we have offered to do 3 different program models. So one of the program models that students will have opportunity to participate in, of course, is going to be the paid work experience program or paid internship. The internship will include 8 weeks of internships working with local businesses. They'll have opportunity to earn $12 an hour, and they will also have opportunity to work up to 30 hours per week. The only thing is that we are looking at local businesses in Hillsborough County to want to take the opportunity to mentor and have these youth work with them. As far as it goes, CareerSource Tampa Bay covers the salary for students. So the employers are not coming out of pocket. So it's a win-win for local businesses. We love to work with local businesses, small and large. We're working to hopefully get the Hillsborough County School District on board to be an employer for this summer as well. Waiting on the next meeting for them to add that to the board agenda and sign our agreement. And so we work with a number of different employers throughout Hillsborough County. So we have the Boys and Girls Club we're working with, the YMCA, private, profit, nonprofit government agencies that we're looking to work with. So that's our paid work experience. The second program model that we'll be launching for our students is going to be the career exploration, which is what we did this past summer. With our career exploration model, that model is going to be all virtual. So what I like about this one is we know the schools do the best job to really try to expose young adults to careers, but this is going to be an opportunity for them to really do some research, do some self-assessments, do some more online career assessments. And then they also have an opportunity to do some research on those individual career fields that they assess out on. So if they're doing, like, I know most of you, if you're educators, you know about My Next Move. They're going to take that assessment and research those top 3 areas that they scored the highest in, and really try to dig into that career field. Look at colleges, create budgets, learn some financial literacy. And then the good thing about that is that they get to do it for 4 weeks, all in the comfort of their own home, and they still get to earn some money while they do it. And at the end of the program, they will have an opportunity to do a presentation. And each week we will also provide an opportunity for them to network with local career professionals. So we do a weekly lunch and learns called Day in the Life of. And with those professional lunch and learns, they get to speak with, CEOs. We're hoping to get some athletes involved. They get to meet with some, we're hoping we can get the superintendent on board to speak with students and talk about their story. With this being a federally funded program, you all know that a large portion of our criteria for eligibility is what you just mentioned, as far as low income. So a lot of students will, throughout Hillsborough County, will be able to qualify as long as they fall in the age group of 16 to 24 and they meet low income criteria. And so where I was going with that is that being that they are low income, what's going to be helpful is being able to see individuals that look like them, that have been down the road, that are from Hillsborough County, that have maybe been in a little trouble, maybe was a little rough around the edges, but to be able to tell their story and how they became a professional in their industry. So really just giving them opportunity to connect the dots. So that's our second model. And last but not least, we will be doing a new leadership component this year. And with our leadership component, it's going to be teaching our students about leadership and entrepreneurship. It's going to be a 6-week model in person. We're still establishing locations of where we're going to host that leadership training, but we're looking to place it in a hotel, have some great trainers lined up to provide that curriculum to students. And then we also want to give them opportunity to work on some type of a community-based project. So they'll have opportunity to showcase some of the things they've learned throughout their leadership training. So those are the 3 models. Again, all students will have opportunity to earn something while they're in the program this year. So it's not just, hey, free labor. They're getting something out of it. Even on the internship component, we're really looking for those businesses that are willing to, pour back into these young adults, mentor them, understand that, this may be their first job, so they're not understanding the soft skills and the life skills involved that they're going to be learning. We can instill it in them. Mom can beat it into them and talk to them and practically implant it in their forehead, but it's going to be back on all of us to provide them with their wraparound services and provide them with some additional guidance and mentoring. And so that's what we'll be doing for our summer initiative this year. So just to clarify also, as far as the eligibility, we're taking applications in 16 to 24-year-olds. They can be in school or out of school. And then with those students that applied, again, low income. So as simple as providing us with documentation that they've applied for free or reduced lunch and we're eligible. So they don't have to go and get, a whole bunch of pay stubs if they don't have to. If they've gone and applied for free or reduced lunch and they were eligible, although everybody in the county is getting it, we still need to know that they actually applied in a family household net income. So I just wanted to put that out there because I know we've been going back and forth with the state to try to see if we can get around it, but it's not happening. So that's just the gist of our summer initiative. And as far as our year-round program, students that qualify for our summer initiative will have opportunity to go into our year-round program. Our year-round program really does focus with students that have a little bit more barriers. So those that have dropped out of school for whatever reason, to try to help them get back into school to get their high school diploma or their GED. We particularly work with Penn Foster to get their diploma, or we can pay for their GED if they decide to enroll back into the school district. And then we also really try to create a career pathway for those students to go back to school and to pick up a trade, whether it's to go to enroll at HCC or one of the other private schools. We want to get them trained and skilled and be able to come back home with a living wage. So there's a number of students that are taking advantage of the program, and we're just really looking to impact our numbers to enroll some more students and serve our out of school youth population. But students that enroll this year under summer will also possibly have an opportunity to participate in our year-round program. So I just wanted to put that out there. We do provide some limited support services and also some incentives that students can take advantage of if they're really interested. But that's pretty much it. Any questions?
No questions. That all sounds so amazing. Our kids definitely need the supports right now. Employment definitely a plus. You know.
Amazing. That's about it. I love that she said that at the end. Like, that's not all we do.
No.
I'm like, what else? This is amazing. Where was this when I was a high school student?
I know.
This is amazing. And getting this information out. I am a high school PTSA president, and you know darn well I'm hearing this at Robinson for sure. I just these kids, you know, they're bored sometimes, and just these little, just a little bit of nugget and help, and you know,
Right.
really so. And maybe they'll find something they really love. So this is really
right. And the one thing I do like is, especially for our career exploration, because I know people are like, oh yeah, let them go to work. But with the career exploration model, I really like the fact that some parents are still going to be kind of, you know, they're still going to have that angst about them going out into the world of work, especially those who are still learning virtually. This is a great opportunity to expose them to some networking via a virtual platform, and they're not out there being exposed to the rest of the world. And so they still have an opportunity to learn something, and they still walk away with earning some incentives as well with the career exploration model. So I just like to put that out there because, you know, I have a teenager, and he went back to school recently, and I have angst about him being back in school, but I would love for him to be able to take advantage of something like this if he could.
Right.
So, you know, he has that career exploration component, and he'll still have an opportunity to earn some money. You don't have to go out into somebody's workplace right now if you don't have to. You got the rest of your life to work, is what I tell them.
Yeah. No, that's such a huge. We have at Robinson, we have a thing called the Cube, and we help the kids get on and do assessments and kind of figure out, hey, what do I want to do when I grow up? And
right,
there's so much opportunity, and I think once they see that, like they just get that little thread of it, it just can grow into something so much bigger. And there's so much opportunity out there, and then there's so many grants, there's so many scholarships, there's so many people that want them to succeed.
Absolutely.
No matter what they say.
Yeah. And you know, it's so funny because even one of the activities we had them do was you probably have heard of it. It's an online, like a budgeting activity. It's called Reality Check. And so it really exposes them to, my son did it. I had him do it before we put it online. And he said, you know, it asked them, okay, what do you want to do? Do you want to live in a small town? Do you want to live in a big town? Or in a big city? Okay, if you want to live in a big city, where do you want to live? Do you want to have an apartment? You want to have a house? Okay, so then it breaks it down budget-wise. Okay, you want a truck? Okay, let's put this in the budget. You want to get your hair cut every 2 weeks? Let's put that in the budget. Let's look at your light bill, cable bill, cell phone bill. And then at the end, he came to me and he says, I'm going to have a career that I can make $4,000 a month. So I said, okay, well, I guess you need to stick to this engineering thing because that's a lot of money. You know, that's a lot of money to be able to support your habit. And now you got to really think about what career you want to go into if you want to support the lifestyle. You know what I mean? So it was a great eye-opening opportunity and really getting them to explore some of the careers. And then for those who even really felt like they had their mind made up, it really gave them a little bit more ammunition for them to say, you know what, I don't know if this is really for me.
That's cool. That's cool.
So-
Ms. Wilson, can you talk more on, I know you stated that you still are looking for companies
Yes.
to hire people. What about the nonprofits as well? Are y'all still looking for nonprofits?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So our program goal, like I said, is to serve 1,000 students. We're looking at about 475 to 500 to place students into summer initiatives. So we're about 200 positions in right now. So we definitely could use some more businesses. The big thing is for our nonprofits, it's nothing wrong with having nonprofits. We just want to make sure that all of our businesses have at least a brick and mortar location. So even with our private companies, I met with a gentleman that had a great opportunity, but then he's still a home-based business. So we ask that they at least have a physical location, even if it's an incubator, shared space, where the students can, establish some work ethic so that they can be supervised, and whatever assignments they get assigned, we can mentor them and be able to kind of give them that constructive criticism and feedback. So we're definitely looking for additional business. Nonprofits are fine. We just ask that, let's say, for example, Earlishia, you want to hire 20 interns, all 20 of them can't report to you. We would say that you have to break that down by different supervisors, and we can have at least 7 report to you, and then the other interns will be broken down with other supervisors. So just not to overwhelm you, and then you get to a position where you don't want to have them there and they're just idle. So we want to make sure that it's going to be a meaningful work experience opportunity, and it doesn't become something where you have too many young people sitting around finding something to get into. And it's a win-win for everybody, essentially. So yes, that's the ideal situation. Okay, great question.
Ms. Wilson, also I heard through the grapevine, even for parents who are looking for work, who to process some of those applications you guys have.
Absolutely.
Can you explain what is that job details? What is that one?
Okay, so we are looking for what we say career specialists. Teachers are ideal, guidance counselors are ideal if they're looking to retire. We're really looking for individuals that don't have any issues with working with young adults, understanding the population that we're working with, that they're going to be teenagers. We do work with some students that come from, they're homeless, foster youth, may have some abuse issues, mental health. They come from all walks of life. So some things identified, some things not identified, but just basically someone that has a passion for working with young adults, ability to mentor and give back, and want to see them do well. And we're looking for career specialists and what we call program specialists, basically like a customer service representative. But right now, everybody is kind of doing a little bit of everything because we're still hiring and we are not fully staffed on our team yet. So really a lot of phone calls to call and speak with students and parents to complete eligibility, somebody that has some strong computer skills. And I'm trying to think what else. I cannot recall the education requirement, maybe, but mainly some case management. If they've had any type of case management, mentoring is a plus. And I think that's it. But I can always email you our website, and then once I think that we have some positions that are going to be posted shortly. Once we get those posted, I can also send those out.
Yeah. So for the career, for the software, the computer piece, can that be something that could be worked on? Someone who doesn't have that background, that computer knowledge, is that something that, because you guys offer those classes, is that something you can offer a computer class and then they can apply for the job? It's
a possibility, as long as it's a quick learner, because a lot of stuff that we're doing is on Office 365. There's a lot of reporting and keeping up with the tracking of the applications that come in, and we have to pick up the pace because we have more applications than we have staff, and we're trying to get everybody in. So as long as they're willing to put on their roller skates and pull up their, I hate to say, their big girl pants and their big boy pants, and they're ready to get in and work, I think it'll be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Love it. Thank you.
No problem. And so what I'll do is I'll put my information in the chat. And of course, I know Miss Felicia has my information. If you guys have any questions, don't hesitate to email me or contact me by phone. And then we can see where we go from there. If there's any other presentations that you all feel I need to share this great information with, let me know. I have a team, I have 2 outreach specialists that can come out. Actually, I have one at King tonight doing a presentation.
Yes, Miss White.
One, yes, Miss Wilds, yes. And she went to Middleton, I think it was, no, Blake yesterday. And then we have another meeting with a couple of
Robinson. Hello.
I would love to have us out at Robinson. Just let me know who I need to communicate with.
You talked to me.
Okay, well, I'm gonna send
She
you
the
an
lady.
email.
She the plug over there, Robinson.
Well, yeah, as long as I know who to get in with, that's all that matters. So I'll send you my information and you let us know when is a good day that we can come out. And either I like to go in the cafeteria and harass the students during lunch. If not, we can set up a Zoom and just do a presentation. We went to Leonard earlier this week and one of the teachers pulled some students in and they did the applications right there on site. We also had Blake did a Zoom for us, and last year they let us come in the Avid classroom. So, you know, it's whatever way you think is going to be the best way to get the word out to all the students and parents.
Yeah, no, we do a Zoom every other week for parents. And,
okay.
And then we do another one every month. So we're doing our best. There's so much information to get out to parents and
it really is. And then I've connected with a couple of the social workers because they say that's the best way to go. But I'm like, look, I'll talk to everybody. The career advisors.
I say the same thing. I'm like, listen, you gotta get the info out to everybody. The only way to do it is talk to everybody.
Yeah, because you never know, like some people might not be a fan, but then once you get one good advocate on your side, it's a wrap. You know, and that's what it's all about. I just want somebody that's going to be a great advocate that can get the word out and wants to, you know, be able to help the young people that we're serving. So that's the goal.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
No problem. Well, my information is in the chat, and I thank you again, ladies, for letting me take over your meeting. Thank you, Miss Felicia.
Yes,
Thank
Felicia
you.
is the bomb. Felicia is the bomb.
She has been a road warrior.
Yes.
We are in this work together.
Yes, ma'am. I surely appreciate you. And we'll be in touch. Thank you, ladies. Have a great evening.
Problem.
Yes.
Okay, and then now we have Miss Alexander from CDC, and she's going to talk about the great things they are doing over there.
Hello and welcome, and thank you for inviting us this evening. I actually have a slideshow that I'm going to present to y'all, give you a quick overview on some of the things we do at the CDC, and then I'm going to speak more about what I do. I am actually a partner agency with Jennifer. She's probably like, okay, that's the emails I get back and forth. We're looking at different things to do with them during the summer and some innovative programming proposals that we're putting forward with them also. So I'm just going to share my screen and hopefully it works. Okay, let me try it again. And I believe everyone should see it now.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So just to give you some highlights, CDC, we have a work development center, and then we have some different program elements. We was founded in 1992 to serve East Tampa, proven track record of reducing disparities in education, employment, housing, and private investment. Our program service, obviously, we're looking at jobs, housing, and sales. So that's some of the things. And of course, the big one right here, which is education. We aim to educate our clients so that they can get the right jobs, get the money, get the census that they need so they can be fully self-sufficient and own property in Greater Hillsborough County. Workforce Development Center, as to date, we've serviced about 12,000 residents, 653 youth and adults receive employability trainings and case management as of 2019 and 20. with 268 of them receiving services and 220 so far. 72% of our clients receive unemployment services and were hired by Tampa Bay companies between 2019 and 2020. And a big thing is always looking at wage increase, which has impacted 35% of our clients. Economic impact that we've had is 119 in salaries, which, you know, we're proud of these numbers. So I like to share them.
Yes.
We get to say what we're doing. Workforce Development Center offers solutions for career seekers and employers. Career seekers achieve employability skills, receive job placement assistance, and get one-on-one support. Employers in the area are matched with highly qualified candidates to meet the employer's job requirements. This sounds all great. Now, how's it work with our youths, right? These are just some elements of our job training. Just to let you know, I have merged the program so our youth are getting the same thing between middle school and high school. We actually have a program called Stingrays, which is funded by the Children's Board, which work with our middle schools. And then I work with everyone between 14 and 24. As we know, they've identified youth now 16 to 24, but I start earlier in the high schools. We also have an Economic Prosperity Center and the Goal Expert Dev program. Obviously, is to put people to work is the big end, putting people to work through vocational and technical training. Our big thing is Thrive 365, which means wins, creating economic opportunities every day. And that is the CDC, but I want to share more time on this wonderful program called Youth Leadership Movement, which is my group of students, yay, YML. And we have a youth group which works with high school students, and it's year round. So we have different components of our program. For example, we receive a grant through City of Tampa. Within this grant, we actually serve in our house at 2 high schools, one being Tampa Bay Tech and the other one being Middleton. Due to COVID-19, as you're aware, we had to reinforce our program by being innovative and finding other ways to deliver these services. Right now, I'm stationed at Middleton a couple of days during the week. I do drop-in sessions, and then consistently on Fridays, I do a group meeting that I go in to do. With Tampa Bay Academy, it's a little bit different due to COVID and different things. So everything is done virtually, every aspect of it. I have not really been on campus, but with Middleton, being that it's right next door, I kind of do some pop-ins, and I'm also maybe on their parent board, you know, as a parent there also. So that is it. And the principal there has been absolutely wonderful. We just finished up what we had was a conference on February 11th, which was called Leading During the Times of Change. There were high schools throughout Hillsborough County, that, and specifically Tampa, that were able to select 20 to 25 students to participate in. Jameson Winston was our keynote speaker, and this was all done virtually last week. Earlishia's daughter also participated in it last week. Mm-hmm. And I've had her son and I've had her daughter. So I've had done a few different programs. Right now, I am actually I have opened up our program to serve students that are outside Middleton High School in addition to Tampa Bay. Those students meet with me strictly virtually though. And it's usually based on recommendations, someone in the community that knows our program and has a high school student that may be having some challenges or deficits, or guess what, we need to celebrate them, because we also have students in Hillsborough County that need to be celebrated. And I'm a big fan of celebrating successes, because sometimes those kind of get left behind. So with youth leadership, it's really about transforming students to become leaders. We look at the bottom-up approach. I do a lot of scaffolding and a lot of adventurous activities with the students to keep them going. And the other thing that I am growing with is getting parent engagement. Parent engagement, as you know, is essential to get our students. That's how I was able to get Earlishia's kids in all my programs, because she became a fan of our youth program. Yes. And what we're doing in workforce. This past summer, we did the Fire Academy, which was my first year doing that. And we were able to get 2 Tampa Bay firefighters to come on board and co-teach the curriculum virtually. The student received a $150 stipend and a laptop once completing successful. They received their CPR-AED certifications. In addition to, they also got workplace ethics training. So they have the skills that adults have, because I feel that why not teach them early? Why wait till 16? Why meet today? So I was able to rework that. So we started serving our freshmen, ingoing freshmen. And as you know, working with youth, our freshmen are the ones that are searching and looking for where the places to go. So if we catch them as freshmen and start giving them directions, I'm a strong believer in this. I'm fighting. I will say I'm fighting CareerSource for this because I have some students who can't complete the applications because they won't be 16 in time for the program. And it specifically asked 16. So I am that advocate. I am always advocate first. And you can ask Mr. Earlishia, I will fight to the teeth to get what I need for the students. We are looking to find tutors. So if anyone knows of tutors, because I have a couple students that need tutors in sign languages, they got all A's and then they have this one grade and it's in sign language. And I'm like, I could do Spanish and Portuguese, but not sign. So I also do one-on-one with students. I could do some sign, you know, A, B, but outside of that, I'm not the best tutor for it. So if you know of anyone also, if you can also connect me with services in Hillsborough County to get tutors for our students, please by all means, feel free to email me. We are going to be partnering up with CareerSource, hopefully, to provide additional services for them as far as the training, some of that youth leadership that they spoke about. That might be my thunder. Hopefully it is. Hopefully we're selected to work more closely with them in developing those services. We currently have a summer program that I'm looking to do training, specifically working possibly with juniors and seniors, one of the programs. We got multiple junior programs, like every 2 weeks, I'm kind of going into a different program. So we will be doing the Fire Academy. We're going to be doing Girls Who Code. Are you familiar with Girls Who Code? It's a STEM program where females learn how to be coders. So it actually could be done as an after school program or a summer immersion program. And they get national certification. And they also have the opportunity to go to Washington, D.C., California, if it was a non-COVID time, to participate in it live. So we're actually a chapter now of Girls Who Code. What else do we do? We have Osha certifications that we offer the children, the basic Osha. We have basic construction training for the students to get them learning more about apprentices, jobs in plumbing. As you know, these are high demand jobs that no one is doing these days, specifically for our students who may not be looking at the traditional route in education. We look to find other ways to allow the students to grow and let them know that this skill and service is needed. And guess what? You're the perfect candidate. You want to be a mechanic? Why not? And then, of course, we have our traditional road to success with college readiness skills and employability skills. So there's a lot that we do in the youth program. And when I say a lot, it's a lot, especially when it's the one big person over here cheering them on. And in the summer, the healthcare program is something that we're going to be exploring this year. Hopefully we can get most of our seniors that will be leaving this year, that they'll get certified as HHAs, home health aid aides, going into CNAs. We're trying to start that program sooner than later. So as soon as they come out of high school, they'll have a job ready. So I'm in the process of working on a few grants and a few different things to get that going. We also are doing a lot with STEM. We're looking at programs with Mosey. And then I also found this awesome entrepreneurship class online where the students could do virtually for 6 to 8 weeks. And we're a partner agency. So my goal is to get our youth in Greater Tampa Bay, Hillsborough County, as much information as possible. Obviously, through the city of Tampa, there are those restrictions where they have to live within city limits. But because we are the CDC of Tampa, we receive funding from we have multiple streams of funding. Depending on the program that we're doing, we're able to pull students from Hillsborough County throughout the Hillsborough County Incorporated also. So it's always good just to check in because I may find another way for them to be able to be in our program, you know, based on zoning, based on school. We're also taking part in a study right now. So if you know any high school students, specifically seniors, I'm looking for seniors to talk about the disparities being a Black student with USF. And it's a study that we're doing jointly with USF to look at the disparities that students may have or challenges or successes that they've had as a Black student in the community in going on to college. We'll be doing this study over the next 3 weeks. The students will be getting a small stipend for participating. And also it's an opportunity for them to get community service hours because it is a service to a community. So you're free to ask me questions because there is a lot, as Earlishia can tell you. I have, you know, I'm like the drop-in person right now, like, what can I be next? Okay. And it's all about getting service because one of the things that I constantly say is that we don't know what we don't know. We just don't know what we don't know.
Right.
And the more we educate our community and our students about what's available to them, the more probability there is for them to be successful. And I always look at our statistics in opposite. So instead of saying odds against, I'm always odds in favor. And I see a favorable outcome for all the students in Tampa Bay to be successful, specifically in the city of Tampa and the greater surrounding areas. Hillsborough County School Department just rocks. So I also want to give y'all kudos on that because I see some great innovative things being done with leadership here. So thank you.
Thank you, Alexandra. Thank you. That's a lot. You gave us a lot of information. CDC is doing some great stuff.
Where is all that information? Is that all on your website?
It is. So we do have a website, cdc@tampa.org. You can go on there. And so it's kind of tricky. So if you go under youth, for the high school students, you actually want to go under workforce because I am actually funded through the workforce department. My position's under the workforce department. And then you'll see, I'll give you information about these. As we do different programs, we put different links on because we don't want to get overwhelmed with. So every time we have a new program, we put new links, okay? So the other part of my job also is that I do workforce. And currently we are recruiting for customer service training, which is a scholarship based. Everyone will be able to go through this training for free. And also environmental protection. That training is open to anyone who's 18 and over. We just had a successful customer service trainer. I personally think that the instructor was phenomenal. What do you think, Earlishia?
I think one of the students was phenomenal.
Yes,
I was not the favorite. I was not the teacher's pet, which was a problem for me because I'm usually.
You might have had an absent.
Yeah.
Absent, and had that instructor call her, but she was sitting on another advisory board somewhere, so she was excused, but it's okay. So those classes are all going to be done. Customer service class is going to be done virtually, but it will be instructor led. So I will check in with the students. Yes, it's me. She looked like, you're doing that too? Yes, me. I'm actually certified, and it's a national certification. I'm actually nationally certified to deliver customer service. So we are the only people in this region from here to Miami to the greater Orlando area that offers this national accreditation. So it's for the North America. So anyone, this is a great upskill to get this training. It's through the training bank, which we are part of our Tampa Vocational Institute, which is the school that's housed under the CDC. So there's many more different working pieces at the CDC of Tampa, which sometimes, as we know, we just don't know what we don't know, because I was a bit confused when I joined them and said, hold on, so wait a minute. So I work for the CDC, but I also do Tampa Vocational Institute, but it's all in one. So great things that coming on. So if you have any questions, by all means, I'll put my name in the chat session. You can reach out to me. We're always looking for opportunities for our students to volunteer. So perhaps if you have clothes that need to be sorted out at any one of those sites, reach out to me, because my students also need volunteer hours. And due to COVID, sometimes when I plan activities to do volunteer, there's some step backs, like we was gonna do stuff for the Super Bowl, but then because of COVID, we couldn't. Then we were scheduled to build, to be a part of Tampa Rebuild event a couple of weeks ago, but then it was canceled. So now we'll be looking forward to doing that in March. So we're always looking. I have my students do mailings. I have them writing letters to representatives, like if they have a cause or something that they know is coming up. I coach them to write letters. Who's your rep? Who's your councilwoman? So, and I give them, and those are ways of doing, and I merit them with an hour of community service hour, because for them to sit there and write a letter in an essay form to send to one of our state representatives, or to really speak the cause, about violence, or to talk about doing a PSA, I think that is a community service. So I find innovative ways to work with our students, especially during this time of COVID, where a lot of things are virtual, to give them a voice and let them know that they're being heard.
Awesome, that is awesome. And I can definitely speak for the customer service class. It was amazing, and more people should take it. To learn how to deliver great customer service is the key to some businesses. That's how you get people to come back, giving great customer service. So it was definitely I learned a lot. My son, he actually did the class with me, so it was a family thing. So it was definitely a great opportunity. And to be nationally certified in customer service whoever thought like, what? Who wants that? What I need that for? But it looks good. Now I can go to work and be like, hey, I'm nationally certified in this. So it was great, a great opportunity. So Alexandra, thank you so much. I appreciate all CDC does for the students, especially in East Tampa. And look forward to working more with you through the PTA, through Don with Oasis to get those hours for those kids, and building these relationships, combining us, because we're all doing so much. We're all trying to do so much for our students and better our students, and just connecting with each other so we can all help each other and help the students be successful. I totally appreciate you guys.
And we appreciate all that y'all are doing with our students in community in general. As you know, I mean, this sounds cliche, but youth really is tomorrow. You know, it's the generation. It's our future.
Yes.
So if we don't invest in them now, it's like plant, you know, the kind of thing is we plant a seed and we just have to water and watch them blossom. Now, you know, we're going to get weeds in the beds and we're going to get different things. But at the end of the day, we're going to have this beautiful garden that's going to flourish. It just takes time to nourish. And so that's my model to working with all students. I've raised children. I have children of my own. And I was once that seed. Immigrant, you know, didn't speak the language, new to America, first generation college. So all those things that we look at asterisk you as we're claimed to be at risk. And I say, well, that's more reasons for you to be successful, because you come in with so much more. You're already ahead of the game. So I tell a lot of my students, so if you can go through all these challenges, what stops you here?
Right, right.
Because you was able to, you know, take all these roundabouts and these detours and still make it to sit in front of me. Wow. That in itself, you know, like I tell you, I like to celebrate our youth. And I've worked in with a hard population. I've done DJJ. I was at CareerSource for 8 years. I've done child protection, you know, because I'm seasoned, in that age bracket where, you're seasoned. So to come here to Florida and be serving this community for the past 14 years and watch how it's grown in so many different areas, it's wonderful. And to finally see this one thing that I absolutely love, that we are investing in our children and we're starting to look at them at an early age, and not just early learning, because there's a gap of students that get left behind. Birth to 5 does wonderful. Elementary gets tutors, gets different, but then you move up to high school or late middle school, especially high school, and that window and that funding gets smaller. So if we don't have people like you and different people in organizations to touch these students, we lose them. And I'm telling you, 14 to 16 curve is a real focus area for me. And it's where we get the least funding. So ladies, I challenge you, if you see anything out there grant-wise, anything that you can see to help me support this group of students, please let me know. Last year, I was able to get $10,000 from Delta Torch. And that's how we did the Fire Academy. And that's why I opened it up to younger students, because as you know, younger students in that age range usually don't get the opportunity to be a part of something and feel. And once you empower them, 14, 15, guess what? And now they're selling your program, because everyone's kids, I'm getting emails, Miss Alexandria, are we doing the Fire Academy again? And I'm like, well, you graduated. Do you think you could speak to someone else about it? But you may be able to do the healthcare. Are you interested in healthcare? What's the next step? So it's a great feeling. So if any opportunities that you see or any funding opportunities that we can enhance our program, please let me know.
My daughter actually did the firefighter, and she needs to do it again, because I felt she didn't get all she needed because it was virtual. So yeah, I'm going to push for her to do it in person, because it was such a good program. Just the CPR certified now at 15. So
and I did earn a firefighter patch. How about that?
Yes, it's amazing.
I'm honorary.
That's awesome. I'm excited to get this information out to our student population.
Thank
So
you.
excited.
So thank you so much for joining us, Alexandra. I appreciate it. I know it was last minute. David was supposed to join us, but David, he had other things. He's sort of like a slacker. So he sent my favorite Alexander. You let him know I said it. He's a slacker. But he's amazing. No, he's amazing. They are doing CDC it's doing great things right now. You know, they are stepping up to the plate where a lot of people are not as it relates to East Tampa. And that's what we need. We need people to step up for our students. There's so much going on in our communities that we need everyone to step up. There's no time for slacking. Slacking is over. Let's step up. Let's encourage our kids to be successful students, to be successful in life. So
And there are
So many wonderful organizations out there to help and
Yes.
support. Find the one
Yes.
that you really have a passion for and go
Mhm.
for it. Support them in whatever way you can, whether that's donating clothes, money, helping them find grants, helping them find volunteer opportunities or internships. Please find what you're passionate about and support it, so that we can support our youth all the way from birth through
Exactly.
adulthood.
Mhm.
Yes.
And another thing, just to know, there's some great organizations right in East Tampa. You have Positive Spin, you have CDC, you have, there's so many, I can't think of that one. It's at the tip of my tongue, but there's some, and what I've been doing is reaching out to those organizations, because my role is, if we're doing great, if you're doing great, we could do awesome together. So just building those partnerships, you know, where one piece can come together, that we can connect them together, and the stronger our program gets. Because as you know, our students, honestly, they need wraparound case management. Each one of our students needs wraparound case management. So if I'm not able to do a piece of it, but I can connect you with someone else that can, now that student has, you know, 98% of those other things that he might have been needing, and that will include his family. Because it is a family approach to getting these students to be success. Sometimes, as you know, working with these parents, and we're just like, wait, did she just say she couldn't bring him to this SAT prep class? But she can, because she got to go grocery shopping. We get excuses. And then we also have to realize that sometimes our parents have needs and barriers of them that they also are going through. So we can't be judgmental on both sides, because it's a two-way street. Parents need all the support they can get in this time. And, you know, at one point I used to, when I first came in the field, I was like, if my mama did it, she can do it. And then I started saying, well, what's all those things that I didn't know my mom had to do to get it done? And that's what sometimes as advocates in the community and as educators and social workers that we lose sight of. You know, there's a lot of things that we do in our daily life that people don't realize. It took 6 steps for us to get to that one completion versus, you know, so I serve from a different place, and I hope that I'm able to touch as many people as possible. And I look forward to working with both you ladies in any organization.
Thank you so much, Alexandra. Thank you. Thank you. I want to, before we end, toot my horn a little. Last weekend, me and a couple of mentor organizations had the opportunity to do an all boys block party over in East Tampa, where we, a bunch of mentor groups, G3, Bubba, Gentleman Quest got together, and we got kids out in the community to come to this block party and just hang out and pour love into them. We had Idea Charter School come out, and they did the food truck, and it was just an amazing opportunity for our young boys to hang out with so many different men in the community that they don't normally get to hang out with or see. We had Dexter from the Children's Board, David from CDC, and it was just to see the smiles on the young men's faces hanging out with some of the football players, some of the soccer players and hockey players, to see them, the excitement on their faces after being home because of COVID. It was just an amazing event. I am so happy that so many came out to pour into our kids. Shake Washington from the school board came out, and we need to do more of that. You know, our Black boys are struggling right now. It's a lot going on in the communities. There are shootings every day. And I just want the community to pour into mentoring groups like Men of Vision, pour into G3, pour into Gentleman Quest, pour into Jalen Robinson with Bubba, because it's so needed right now more than ever. I just can't, as a mother of 2 boys, we need to save our Black boys because they are they're killing each other. So I just wanted to throw that out there because the event was great. I got me a whole page in the Florida Center, so yay me. And Jalen with Bubba. And also Bubba, he has Boys Night Out. Tomorrow at Memorial, he has where the boys could just come out and hang out and just play, play some basketball and just enjoy each other. And I think with COVID, we got away from that a little bit, but we need to get back to that, enjoying each other and teaching our boys how to communicate with each other. When you're upset with someone or you're not happy with something someone else does, that communication piece. So I wanted to throw that out there as well. Tomorrow at Memorial Middle School, Bubba, Jalen Robinson, he will be there with Boys Night Out with a bunch of mentors and just different organizations just to hang out. And that's the thing, we just hang out, just talk to someone, have someone there that can listen to some, one of those young men's stories, because they may not be a home with a single mom and they just need to talk. So that's what he does. And tomorrow at 6:30, he will be over at Memorial. I love everything about Bubba in that organization because he not only does he mentor them, he tutors them, he makes sure that those kids are receiving services outside of his 9-to-5 teacher job. So I want to throw that plug out there. And thank you, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I loved having my Thursdays with Earlishia. This was an amazing experience for me. I've learned so much, and I look forward to working with you, Don. I'm going to get my kids to come over, and I don't know about washing clothes because some color clothes.
Cup of tea, but they can sort clothes.
Yes, they can. They might can sort because they might do some stuff. Oh my! But I definitely will get my kids to come over and volunteer, because that's what we need. If we all can do just a little bit, oh my God, we would be so amazing, right? Thank you, ladies, so much. Amy, thank you. I appreciate it.
Again, we're gonna have to give you another month.
I'll take it, because February is my birthday month and like history month. And so it's just all about me month.
I could just share with Dawn. I know there's an organization here in New Tampa called Mocha Moms of New Tampa and Wesley Chapel. And they are always approaching me to say, hey, what can our kids do? And they have the means to do some of that laundry because, the cost associated with running water and everything else. It's a different group of parents. So you ladies may want to reach out to Mocha Moms.
Yeah, okay.
Because sometimes we have to take that into consideration also. Looking at the social, some of this, I would love to do laundry, but that's really not my detergent in my water.
Right.
But then we have other parents that would be, they're looking for, chores for their kids to do because, they have all these services in the house. So do that. And then also, I'm so happy that I could just possibly walk not too far to New Tampa and drop off clothes because I have lots of it. I was telling Miss Earlishia, I got all this stuff to get rid of. So that is, I didn't know there was a bin there.
Yeah, there's one at the New
dropping them off at the different bins.
Big orange bin. We call it Bob, the big orange bin. And if it's not there, it's because it moved to Childs Elementary.
Yep, I saw that. I wrote that down.
So you can keep up to date on Facebook or Instagram. Oasis is on Facebook or Instagram, just so you know when that is moved.
Oh, we'll be there soon.
Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you again, ladies.
So much for joining us tonight. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you have any questions about any other resources that were shared, please reach out to myself or Amy Marie, and we'll definitely get that information. And if you have students that are interested in signing up for the jobs and need help with that process, please reach out as well, because we can go through the application process together. We are definitely here to support the students in whatever way you need. So thank you so much, everyone. I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you.
Night.
Bye.